Hi, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Sam.
And we're MV Board Gaming. And today we're going to be taking a look at a little game called Aqua from Sunrise Tornado publisher, which is a pretty sweet name, actually.
Yeah.
Design and the art was by, and I hope I say this right, Tae-Ti-Woo? Tae-Ti-Woo? Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. This is a little pocket game. Let me show you how it's played real quick, and we will tell you our thoughts on it. Okay, so to play Aqua, you're going to have, this is a two-player game, so you're going to have a column player and a row player. And the way you're going to start the game is you're going to shuffle up the cards, and you are going to take a card and you're going to flip it. If it is even, you'll place a second card face down to the right. If it was odd, you would place a second card face down below it. Okay? And now with it being even, the column player will go first. And so what you're going to do is each player is going to get a hand of 3 cards. So I'll just show you one hand here. And what you're trying to do is you are trying to score based on your player's one column and one row. So if I'm the column player, I'm going to be scoring columns. If I'm the row player, I'm scoring rows. Seems self-explanatory, right? But here's the thing. You're going to have some limited information based on where you put these cards. So I can see these cards in my hand, and I'm going to play one either face down or face up, depending on where I place it, and I'll always draw back up. Now, for me as the column player, I want the total value of columns to be between 10 and 20. If it's less than 10, I will not score any points for that column. If it's more than 20, I will not score for that column. Okay, so when I'm placing these cards, depending on where I place them, I will either play it face up or face down. If I play it adjacent to a face up card, I will play it face down. However, if I play it adjacent to a face down card, I will play it face up. Okay, so there's going to be a little bit of information, and you can potentially unveil some face down cards throughout the game. So let's say throughout the game, more cards get placed. This would be face up. Let's say this one face up, then this one would automatically become flipped to show what's underneath. Okay? So how you're going to score points in this game is that once you play a card, right, and then you'll draw back up. But the way you're going to score points in this game is by playing cards very purposefully is a better way to say it. So there's going to be a number of ways to score. So you have it here on your reference. You can see what symbols and what numbers for those symbols are available in the deck, right? And you're going to score points at the end of the game for a number of different things. One, it's only going to score, again, if the total value of all the cards are between 10 and 20. However, you're also going to score sets. So based on how many of a symbol you have, so if you have multiple 4s, so let's see if I can find some here real quick. In this row, let's say I had a couple 3s, and this was the 8, right? So I have 2 3s there. That means that I'm going to get 2 points because I have the same number. If I have more than 2, let's say I have 3 3s, then I'm going to get more points because you're looking for sets of the same symbol. Okay? You're also going to get points for turtles. So your sea turtles, if you are the column player, you're going to score victory points based on having water above or below. So let's say, for example, this water was actually here. I would then get 2 points because it's a water that's either above or below. But if I have it on both, if I have water on both sides of the turtle, then I would get 5. So the column player wants vertical water. The row player is going to want water on the sides. Okay? And I'm just giving you a quick little overview of how the game works. The last way you're going to score is going to be lily pads. So you see I have a lily pad here. And what you're going to be trying to do is throughout the game, you're going to have consecutive rows of lily pads. So here I have 1, 2, 3 columns, not rows, 3 columns of lily pads, which is going to score me 3 victory points. If I manage to get 4 or 5, I can get up to 8 victory points. And you're going to score each of these columns for the column player. in each of the rows for the row player, just kind of following a little bit of differences when it comes to the turtle. And obviously, remember, you are scoring rows, not columns for that player. And what's nice is the game comes with a little example scoring sheet here just for how the set collection works. And you can see it for both. Also with the lily pad scoring here, but it shows you both vertical, both column and row player scoring, which is really handy. Since it's going to be something that is probably a little new. I know it was new to us when we played this. One card I will show you is going to be these boat cards that we have out. Right? So whenever you play a boat card, let's say the board was still in play, and this was what we were working with. Let's say it was like this, right? Okay, and let's say I place this 3 boat here. Okay, what's going to happen when I place a boat is I am then going to be taking a couple of these tokens, and what you're doing is you are going to move them. So first, the person that played a boat, what they're going to do is they're going to take one of these, they're called visitor tokens, and I can move one of these tokens to another card up to 3 orthogonally painted spaces away. Okay? And what this is going to do is it's going to make that score higher, right? So if I already know there's a 3, maybe I get to help that card score even higher. So once you place your token, okay, once I place my token, then my opponent will also be able to take the other visitor and place it on a card that they want up to 3 spaces away. Okay? If you play a boat face down, so let's say I place it here, then you will not put out any visitor cubes because nobody knows that it's a boat. Okay? So that will not happen. All right? So that's the only other thing with these boats, and there are only 3 boats in the game, again, that you can see here on your little player card. Okay, and so these visitor tokens, they're gonna, when you're scoring sets or turtles, any of the cards that have these on them are worth an additional point. So each time that it is scored, for turtles or for sets, this is going to score you an additional point. So it could count as part of your sets for numbers and or symbols. So keep that in mind. Also, visitor tokens on sea turtles. So if you had it on a sea turtle, right, then it gives the scoring sea turtle an additional point. So depending on how many waves you had, it could score you 3 or 6. All right. And so that's how the boats are going to work. And after you score up all the rows and columns, whoever has the most points is the winner. So that's how you play Aqua. Let's go back up and tell you what we think. All right, so that's how you play Aqua. This was a game that was sent to us and wanted to, it was one I didn't know anything about. I think I had seen it maybe once online, but we're always down for card games these days. And so we're like, hey, let's give this one a shot. And this one felt really unique, right? So I won't jump too much into production, other than I will say I really enjoy the art. So the designer is also the artist, and it has this really nice mosaic, almost kind of like
speckled.
Right. Like some of them kind of give me that impressionism type look, but like this mosaic art, and it looks really, really beautiful. Like honestly, just some of the artwork on the cards are just absolutely gorgeous, and I like to just see the different art in the cards. It's one that makes you relax and take a deep breath and enjoy the game itself, right?
Cards.
Yeah, they're really nice, and I think he did a great job just in the illustrations and the art of the game. You're
creating your own underwater art museum.
Is that the theme is?
Yeah, like it's an art museum, like an underwater theme.
Okay, cool. And so the production I think is really good, right? Like the iconography is easy to understand, right? The art is really beautiful. So component wise, I think great job. Even with the player aids, this is definitely a game I think you need player aids.
Yeah.
And also the rule book. I really enjoyed the rule book and having the different scoring examples. I think they did a really good job there. because this does play a little differently from other card games that we've played.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a game that I think I would recommend for like date nights. So I thought about this a lot. Like if I'm going out to dinner, this is one that I could play at a restaurant on the dinner table, and I would really enjoy it.
Yeah, before you get your food.
Yeah, as you're waiting for your food, maybe you're munching on your appetizer or something like that. So, or if you're at a table, because I mean, what you're doing is you're building up that grid. So it depends on how
or like getting drinks.
Right. Yeah. So that would be, I think that's this type of game that you're looking for. It does play in about 15 minutes, which I think is pretty accurate. As far as teaching, it's interesting because you have to give it a little bit of, as far as somebody who I think we've been getting more and more into smaller card games. So maybe I'm sure other card games do things like this, but for us, this was kind of an eye opener. As you start out and you're either going to be playing cards face up or face down, depending on where you place them, right? And one person is going to, and so I think the teach can be a little tricky, right? Because you might want to do rows or columns, right? And understanding that you need to have higher than 10 but less than 20. And this is how the boats work. So it's not necessarily rules heavy. I think it's just it's a different way to play a card game, right? Maybe something that people haven't experienced before.
I think it's very much memory.
In one hand,
like a memory game, because you have to kind of think like.
Well, and also some deduction, right?
Yeah, what numbers are in my row or my column, because I can't go over this much, and so you're kind of trying to remember, what that is. So yeah, for me, it kind of felt like memory game.
And also seeing what is already face up, right? But I do like that you can mitigate that, right? If you surround a card that's face down, it flips face up. So you get more, you can reveal some more of that information. So I think that this is a game where I think you're going to have to play it once or twice, and then you'll get a feel for it. And then once you catch on, you can, I think, appreciate what it is and what it does for sure. So I don't want to say it's necessarily a difficult teach. I think it's one that is just unique in a great way, in a good way. And it's one that you're going to want to play once or twice to kind of wrap your head around the concept. Like, okay, what am I doing? Oh, okay. So this is what I want for my turtles. This is how the boats work, right? Those kinds of things.
Right, yeah.
And in this game, I mean, it's real simple. You have a hand of cards, and you play and you draw, right? And you're creating this grid. And each of them, you're going to be having, series, or you're going to be collecting numbers and symbols, right? And so lily pads, you want them in consecutive rows or columns, right? So you'll score points that way. Your turtles, you want C either above or below.
Right.
With the boats, you get these little cubes that then you will be able to move around if they're played face up, and they can add additional scoring to other cards that you already know about. So if you put them on like a face down card, that's always interesting because you're like, ooh, hopefully I remembered this correctly. And it scores extra, right?
Yeah.
But I really think that's interesting as you're building out this web and like, oh, okay, there's 5 cards in that row or that column. Like, I could really stick it to you by putting this 7 or this 8 potentially, or creating this new row. But now I need to get it up to at least 10. So there's always that. I think it's very thinky in that way.
It is, yeah.
But yeah, so what did you think about the gameplay? I've been kind of rambling on and on.
Well, I did feel like it was, like I said, like kind of like a memory game, but also, I mean, just different. So and you said that it does feel like a different type of game. And trying to like get the right symbols next to each other, and but I enjoyed it. I felt like it was a very relaxing game. It wasn't like, take this too serious. It would be like a good like date night game that you could take with you. But also, I like the art, and it's fast.
It is fast. So
it's that's a very big perk for
It
me.
can be a little brain burnery, though, I think.
Yeah, like, I mean, it is quick, but it feels like you're playing like a legit
like
game.
like chess, like you're like trying to outthink your opponent a little bit there.
So it's not like oh, it's quick and it's super easy, because I feel like it can be kind of challenging.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. But yeah, it does challenge you a bit, like, oh gosh, like, what did I put down there? Like, I mean, you're thinking a lot while you're playing it.
Right.
So,
and I mean, there is luck in the game based on just what cards you get, but you're going to have access to the same cards that the person's playing. It's just using deduction to figure out what cards they played down. And sometimes you can figure out, oh, that's most likely a turtle because I can see the water, that's around it. That's most likely a turtle. So I can play my strategy around that card. So there's definitely some deduction, right? Because there's
so
between 1 and 3 of each number, and you always know like how many of each symbol there is based on the player aid that you have. And so it's really intriguing to play that meta game, do that deduction, also trying to keep track of, okay, what are the numbers here or there, right? Where can I capitalize, but also maybe push you over that 20 mark kind of thing.
That you're really good at.
Right. Or maybe there's a long row of cards and they're freaking out, but they're not even to 10 yet kind of thing.
Right.
I really liked it. It's pretty quick, like streamlined. I really, really enjoyed the game. This is one that I was kind of like, oh, wow. It showed up in the mail and I was like, okay, we'll give it a go at some point in time. And I wish I had played it even sooner. So I regret not having opened it and jumped into it sooner. And it's one that I definitely recommend. So I think I really like it. I know it can be a little challenging at times, but I'm like, wow, this is cool about what you can do in just a little card game and the amount of strategy that can go along with it. And so, as far as return on investment, I think it is easy. Like you're going to get your money's worth out of this just in a few plays of it. I think this is one that you could easily, have a really fun time at a date night, going to dinner and pull out a little card game and play it. This is one that I would definitely recommend in that case. It is a 2-player only game, so it's also perfect. And I think it has a lot of replayability, right? Like it's really just kind of like this little abstract kind of card game where you're manipulating where these cards go. And it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed every single play, and I'm always kind of looking for an opportunity to teach this to somebody if I can. In a 2-player, just because I think it introduces some things that I haven't seen in card games and things that I really appreciate. So I appreciate the design. I appreciate the art. I like it. It's a fun card game. I really enjoy it.
All right. Well, let's move into scores then. You go first.
All right. So with that being said, it is obviously a little card game. So it's something that isn't always what I'm pulling out, but it's grown on me quite a bit. So this one is a 7.5 for me right now, but I could definitely see this growing as it goes in. As I continue to play, I could see it to grow. But for me right now, it is a 7.5. A great little card game. Definitely recommend it.
Okay. For me, I'm going to give it a 7. It does feel like it could be challenging, which it's not bad challenging.
No.
I feel like it's kind of like, it gives you like that, I don't know, kind of like an anxious feeling, but not like a bad anxious feeling. Cause I'll get that in some games where I'm like, I hate how this
even
feels
with the
right
relaxing,
now.
Beautiful art.
Yeah, that's what I try to focus on. But like, I'll be like, ooh, like what is that? And so I think you've kicked my butt every time we played this, but I mean, I liked it. It was kind of like I don't even know what word I'm looking for. just kind of like an exciting, like, ooh, what's it going to be type of thing
Yeah,
when we flip them.
Yeah.
You know, like, did I get that right? And so you don't really know how
and
you're
the scoring
doing.
is so unique, and like just the grid, like I don't know, I really enjoyed it.
You don't really know how you're doing. I mean,
I do.
Of course, okay, whatever, you don't count. But normal people don't know how they're doing until, like, you know, you flip it and you're like, oh, cool, okay, like, I don't know. So
yeah, it's a really good game. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
I'm glad that you're still like. It's one that I'm looking forward to playing even more. And honestly, maybe the next date night we just pop this one out again. So
yeah. I mean, I like that it's fast, but it's kind of like a big bang for your buck type of thing.
It is. Fits right in your pocket, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah. So that's gonna be our thoughts on Aqua. Definitely check it out. A surprise from 2024 for me, definitely. And one that I think
in a cute little box.
Yeah, in a cute little box. I would highly recommend hunting this one down, especially if you like little card games, playing them at dinner, you know, at restaurants, whatever. If that's your thing, this I think has to be in your collection. If not, I think you're missing out. So go check out Aqua from Sunrise Tornado. And let us know what you think. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Bye.